It's time to
Yeah.
move from India to Germany, where we have our resident contributor, Dr. Ulrich Berg, who is a homotherapy expert. And being a homotherapy expert, he believes that Agnihotra can do wonders in our life. And that is why working with Agnihotra and spreading that information that how Agnihotra ashes has been so versatile in curing the pollution, in working as one of the best menus where the cultivation practices can be changed and bringing it to the grassroots level from where our traditions have started. Let's listen from him what he has to say for today's message to spread Ayurveda through Agnihotra. Global Namaste and a very warm welcome, Professor Ulrich.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Amrita. Um, yeah, I was listening, was fascinating to hear these Ayurvedic experts, Ayurvedic doctors till now. And of course, in another of these episodes, I have said Ayurveda is the system of medicine of the future. And someone also said, we should not look at this as alternative medicine, because actually what is now prevalent, this so-called modern medicine, that is the alternative, because Ayurveda has been there for thousands and thousands of years, and only now, recently, 150 years, this type of medicine is brought in the foreground, and that also has a lot of vested interest with it. Anyway, now, I want to share some thoughts about the relation of Agnihotra and Ayurveda. Ayurveda, one very important concept of Ayurveda is the concept of 5 elements, Panch Mahabhut. Everything in the universe, including the human body, is composed of these 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air, and ether. And from these, the 3 doshas are composed. Nowadays, all 5 elements are polluted, and that leads to an imbalance of all life on this planet. And of course, also our health is much affected. So the question now is, what can we do? And for this, I suggest the use of Agnihotra. Agnihotra is a fire you perform in a small copper pyramid, very small thing, exactly at the time of sunrise, sunset. The main ingredient which you burn is cow dung and some ghee, and you use some rice. Also, you use some mantras like in the morning. It's Suryaya Swaha, Suryaya Idam Namama, Prajapataye Swaha, Prajapataye Idam Namama. Very simple. 2 mantras in the morning, 2 mantras in the evening. It has to be done exactly at the time of sunrise and sunset. That is very important. And it was mentioned before also, this is the basic biorhythm of our planet, sunrise, sunset. Okay, so now Agnihotra purifies all the 5 elements. For example, earth, the soil. If you use Agnihotra and Agnihotra ash, the soil becomes fertile and productive again from the level of microflora and microfauna. And both acidic and alkaline soil come back to normal. And this leads to the production of healthy sattvic food. And that's a very important aspect, because now it was mentioned so often, food is our medicine. It is the most important thing. And if the food is polluted, how can we be healthy? So that is one important thing. Then second thing is water. Our body consists of roughly 75% of water. And now all over the planet, water, our drinking water is polluted. And even if you use what is quite common in India, for example, nearly every household has an RO machine, reverse osmosis. Okay, reverse osmosis takes out bacteria and viruses and so on. Uh, but still, some of the chemicals, harmful chemicals, pesticides are there, uh, glyphosate, for example, and also the water is, all the good life energy is taken out of this water. So if we add Agnihotra ash, then water gets purified and also prana energy is added to the water. So we have earth, water, then fire. Fire is the element of transformation. It turns solid matter into finer matter. But if fire is used to burn petrochemicals, that leads to terrible pollution. And that is what is happening nowadays a lot. So Agnihotra is a pure form of using the element fire, and that is purifying the whole system. Okay, air. The air we breathe, uh, the air which animals and plants breathe, is of utmost importance for life. And now the air is polluted all over the planet. Millions of people die every year just due to air pollution. Think of Delhi in winter. If you have been there, just being there for one day, it's difficult to stay healthy. But it's similar in other cities also. So if you perform Agnihotra at your home, at least you can create um, some purified atmosphere in the place where you live. Say half of the day you stay at home. So this is what you easily can do. And bacteria and viruses are controlled. Chemicals like SOX and NOx, sulfides, oxides of sulfate and nitrogen are reduced, and also particulate matter is reduced. That is interesting because you perform Agnihotra, there is some smoke. We did experiments at NIRI in Nagpur, the National Institute of Environmental Engineering, and we created a pollution, and so pollution went up. Then we performed Agnihotra. There was some little bit more smoke, but then it came down below the level of just burning, just producing the pollution in the air. So Agnihotra, although there is some smoke, it reduces the air pollution. So that is very interesting. And the beauty of it is you can easily perform at home. Yeah, you do not wait. Otherwise, you talk about air pollution in cities like Delhi. Everybody knows about it. All the politicians promise to do something, but it takes years and years, decades till really something happens. With this method, you can do it at home. You can do it yourself. Ether. Ether connects us with the universe through the flow of prana. And you perform Agnihotra, and then the prana flows harmoniously, and that has an immediate effect on your mind. And because prana and mind are immediately connected like the two sides of the same coin. An effect on prana, immediately mind is affected, and vice versa. And uh, before we have heard that our mind, our mental wellness is so important for all kinds of diseases. So if with this method we can improve the state of our mind, that is immediately, it is a one big step towards a more healthy life, because thought pollution we have normally puts a lot of pressure on our mind, and this can be reduced. That is a very important step. So one last point I want to mention. Uh, in Ayurveda, a lot of the medicines are based on the use of certain healing plants and especially herbs. Now, uh, because of the pollution, If earth, soil is polluted, water is polluted, air is polluted, then also this pollution goes into the herbs and it changes the morphology and the chemical composition of these plants. And that leads to a reduced uh, effectiveness of these medicinal plants. So, how can the medicine be effective, be healing, if the source of the medicine, the plants, are polluted? So, and that many Ayurvedic doctors told us they have observed that medical potency of these Ayurvedic herbs is declining. Now, with Agnihotra, we thought, okay, we reduce the pollution of earth, water, soil, then also the effectiveness of the plants should go back. So we made an experiment. We took plants from one place where we perform all the fires, that is in Maheshwar, Madhya Pradesh in India. We took samples of neem, tulsi, curry, uh, the leaves of these three, and the barks of bale, and prepared extracts of them. That experiment was done in the University of Lucknow. And then these extracts were taken and applied to uh, cancer cells, human cancer cells, in a cell culture. And it was seen that the extracts of these herbs reduce the viability of the cancer cells quite significantly. And for control, also, of course, we need control. We use the same plants from just a few kilometers away and compared. And that was a big difference. So that showed if we perform these fires in an area where we grow these herbs, then the medical potency of these plants is increased. So that's a very good result. Of course, now we have to start preparing, planting more such herbs. We have started to work with the Agricultural University in Hisar, Haryana. We want to do some projects there. But that still will take some time. And
That's
also,
wonderful.
yeah, and also in the All India Institute of Ayurveda in Delhi, we have prepared some similar experiments, similar projects, which is going on starting very soon.
Wonderful.
So
Dr.
that's
Ulrich, we'll take your comments. Uh,
just one more sentence. Uh,
okay.
just one
We,
more
yes,
sentence. So that's a
yes.
project for the future. But what I suggest to everybody, perform Agnihotra at home, so you have the effect immediately. For all the Vaidyas, all the Ayurvedic doctors, perform Agnihotra in your clinic or in your office, and that helps to increase a healing atmosphere. And all patients who come, they will benefit from that. So you will have an immediate effect. Okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you, thank you. We'll be joining up with Chit Chat.